Hi Stampers. It's Wednesday at 11 o'clock and I am here with a video. I am actually out of town on vacation, and so I did a video ahead of time to share, and it will be the same next week. I'll have another video because we are going to be gone for 2 weeks. So anyway, I wanted to share this pretty card. It's called a diagonal fold, and this front piece is folded. So it's a quick and easy card, so I thought I would just share it with you. So to start out with, we are using Blackberry Bliss for the card base, and it measures 8.5, so 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to burnish that really well. So I'm going to burnish it on the 4 1/4. And then the next thing we're going to do is, this is the front panel, and we are going to mark down. I need to get it. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. So we're going to mark down 2 inches on the right side. So 2 inches, and just make a little tick mark at 2 inches. This is hard to see on, because I have a dark ruler, but I can see it, and so it's 2 inches. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put it in our trimmer, and we are going to score from this top score line down to that 2-inch mark. So line it up in the gully, as I call it, and we are going to score. Not cut, but score. So I'm going to score that. Okay, so don't need that right now. So then we're going to turn this back, and we are going to give it a really good burnish, so because we want it to lay down. Although we are going to secure it with some dimensionals, but just really good. So the next thing is we have a piece of basic white, which is 5 1/4 by 4. So this is 5 1/4 by 4. And I do have the measurements here. I don't know if you can see them very good, but I'll put them right here. And for this piece, we are going to line it up, and we are going to again mark, and we're just going to leave a little bit of a rim around it, and we're going to mark just above that 2-inch mark, not even a 16th inch, just a smidge above it. And then on this side, we're going to do it just a smidge in from the corner. So I have it just a smidge here and just a smidge up from that 2-inch mark. And then we're going to take our trimmer, and we are going to line those up again and cut that corner. Cut that corner off. So I got that cut off. And then I have an eraser, and I'm going to erase my pencil marks because they look like they're going to show. I don't want that to. Want them to show. So now we are going to take, I'm using the Flowering Zinnias designer paper, and this is also cut, this is cut 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And on this one, we're going to lay that over the white piece, and we are going to cut. So I'm laying it over the white piece with just a little bit showing, and I'm going to, here's my pencil. So I'm going to mark the right side just a little below the cut edge. So just a little below it. So just a tiny bit. And then at the top, we are going to, cut this. Let's see, I'm reading the directions. Mark on the right side, just a little below the cut edge of the white layer and just below the top left point. So This is the top left point, and we're just gonna just barely mark it right there. And then we're going to cut that off. So this will go in the gully, and this will go in the gully. Line those up. And then I always start in the middle. Don't start up there at the top because it might not cut very good. So now we've got those two, and I've got just a little bit of a mark here. And I think it would be covered up, but I'm just going to erase it. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere these two pieces together. But before we do, we're going to see how it lines up. I'll move that. And we're going to see how it lines up below this score line. So it looks like it's just perfect. So, and if we pull that down, then we've got it just almost perfect. So you can go right up against that, and then we're just going to bring it down here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add adhesive, some seal, to the designer paper and put it on the white. And line it up with about the same around each side, like that. And then we're going to add it's sealed to this one. And this is going to go in here, right like that. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to wait until I get this put on. So the next thing we're going to do is put this white piece that we cut off of the white below on here. That's going to go right here. And then we have a piece that is 3 5/8 by 1 5/8. And we're going to cut that from the top left to the bottom right. So the top left to the bottom right. So 3 5/8 by 1 5/8, and then cut from the top to the top left to the bottom right. And then this will go on the white piece, and then we'll have to decide which piece I like better. So this is really pretty. It's got that lighter color, and this, I think I kind of like this one better. It's got more flowers on it. So, and you could actually use that other one for another card. So that will go on there. So I'm going to add the designer paper. I'm going to add some snail to the designer paper. And then I'm going to add that onto here. And then this is going to go on that triangle piece. It's not hard. It's just a matter of learning all the steps. So I'm going to add this right here, and I want a little bit of that Blackberry Bliss showing, so that's perfect. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals underneath here so that it will stay down. And maybe I'll do one more here in the center. And we'll take those off. And there we go. There's our corner piece. Isn't that cool? And then I'm going to add, but before I do that, I cut a piece of that I had extra of the flowering zinnia, and I'm going to add that to the bottom of my inside piece just to bring it all together. So I like to leave a little bit of a border on the bottom, and then you could write, and it looks like I got that just a tiny bit over, so I'm just going to cut that piece off, and then we'll put this inside. Right here. So now you've got that backing, and that really makes it show off pretty. You could have also put this piece back here. That would have been pretty too, but I like the flowers, and I like this has the Flirty Flamingo as the background. This one has the white, so it really shows up good. And then I have somewhere, here it is, So I'm going to put, this is going to be a congratulations card. It could be for wedding, it could be for birthday, could be, or it could be for graduation for a girl. So I'm going to add I'm going to put this one flat down, and then I'm going to add, because of the dimensionals underneath, I'm going to add dimensional on this side so that it doesn't look whopper-jawed, as my dad would have said. So right here and right there. And then we have some of these purple fine shimmer glims. And there's Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Blackberry Bliss. So I'm really happy to be able to use my Blackberry Bliss ones. I haven't used any of them yet. So I'm adding one to each corner. And then I fussy cut a flower, and it's stuck back here. And I'm going to put that flower, I'm going to put it under here so that it just sticks up just like that. And there's stickum on it, so I don't even need anything else. So, how do you like that? Isn't that pretty? And if you want to take a screenshot of this, I will have the measurements, but I'm not sure I can put them up until afterwards, and I'm going to be out of town. So, but I will eventually put these up. So here are the measurements. Blackberry Bliss, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Basic white, front layer, 5 1/4 by 4 inch, inside layer, 5 1/4 by 4. Flowering Zinnias DSP, Designer Series paper. The front panel is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and the corner fold piece that is cut diagonally is 3 5/8 by 1 5/8. So you can take a picture. What am I shaking for? You can take a picture of that. Thank you very much for joining me. I don't have any extra cards because I'm actually down to the wire of packing. So, but I hope you will enjoy seeing this. Thank you for joining me. Bye.